Good morning. I chuckle. I haven't even written a blurb yet this morning because I came here just a little bit, a couple minutes ago, and saw the clock and thought, well, I'm going to start at 5:16, which is 6:6. I wish I could get a 6:66 because this is such a funny one. The United States versus big banks. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people saw the headlines. It was in the New York Times, it was on Yahoo News, and I'm sure it was in every major mainstream media publication and network out there yesterday. The United States is going to take the big banks to task. I mean, and they're going to do it in the courts. I mean, they've all been sleeping in the same bed together for almost 100 years since the Federal Reserve. I mean, openly sleeping in the same bed. And most people, of course, didn't see anything wrong with that. I mean, it was just the way it was, right? The way it was. I mean, the banks convinced the government to give them a charter so that the government borrows all of its money, operating money from the banks at interest that they charge to the people, and the courts go along with it and let them turn everything into a corporation so that everybody's making money off of everybody else, and it's all this one little big Ponzi scheme that the three of them are all working out together. And now they're putting on this movie for us, this big charade where the banks are being sued by the federal government in the courts. What court are they going to use? A federal court, obviously, has to be some federal court, not the Supreme Court. It should go there, though. That would be interesting. They're going to court on this thing, and they're doing this as a big, as I said, it's a charade. It's a joke. Tell me it's a joke. Uh-oh. That's interesting. Just got a warning message on my computer. I don't know what that's about. Okay. Anyway, within the past few years, I mean, the government has been giving the banks trillions of dollars. And the Federal Reserve has been giving big banks, not just in the United States, but worldwide, trillions of dollars. Now, I don't know if the Federal Reserve was even named in this lawsuit, but they're the ones responsible for the whole thing. I mean, I know Bank of America and Wells Fargo and some of the really big banks, the Chase banks, and all of these, they're all going to get sued. The 10 biggest banks in the country are going to get sued. I didn't look at the list of who they all were. But they're suing them for billions of dollars when they've loaned them, or given them, not loaned them, given them trillions of dollars. So it's like they're having to get a little piece of what they've been given by the government back. And this whole thing is a giant fraud. And I hope you get that. I hope you understand that. You know, I just looked at my hair on the video image, and it's a mess. It was funny because it was a mess yesterday, and I pulled it back into a ponytail, and I had a couple people comment that I had gotten a haircut. I am seriously thinking of getting one because it's at that place where it's just like, ugh. I mean, isn't that funny? I don't like my hair when it gets that unmanageable look. I guess part of me's not really a hippie. But anyway, I rushed this very much this morning. Usually I am much more prepared. I at least prepare a blurb. All I had was the title this morning, and decided that I was going to do it in like less than 2 minutes from the time that I sit down at the computer till I actually turn the camera on and start recording. So it'll be interesting to see how this comes out. But I hope the whole world realizes the absurdity of what's happening. I posted a video yesterday by Benjamin Fulford in which he talked about 57 countries meeting on a ship outside of Europe, in the waters of European waters, to discuss the new economic plan. And I'm telling you folks, this month, September 2011, there's going to be all sorts of news making headlines because they can't keep this elephant in the parlor a secret anymore. Hey, you've got an elephant in your living room, and it's called the US government and big banks and a Ponzi scheme that you wouldn't believe. Well, the people that have been asleep, they're in for a rude awakening because the Ponzi scheme is being revealed. And people that have pretended it wasn't there all of their lives are not going to be able to pretend anymore. An elephant's been in our living room and running our lives. Its fingerprints and footsteps have been all over everything in our world. And it's all being revealed, and it will come to an end. That's all I'm going to say. I'm really going to make it short and simple this morning. I hope you're all getting a good chuckle over this game that's being played for our consumption, that the government wants to look like it's really doing something good. Well, actually, you know, when the republic is reseated, there's going to be a lot of heads rolling, as it were. And from the spiritual aspect, there's going to be a lot of people singing like canaries, CEOs trying to save their skin, and lots of people waking up. This is the awakening. Namaste.